I've made this video for a number of reasons. First of all, we've recently hit 1,000 subscribers, which is really, really cool. So if you are subscribed, then thank you. If you're not subscribed, then come on, lads. And I know it's mainly lads because, you know, I looked at the stats and there's no women on the channel. You know, I'm surprised by that as well, given my sort of looks. And there's another reason that I made this video, because one of my subs, who's been very engaged in the channel really since the beginning, left a lovely comment that said, "We must be due a start to finish drum and bass track, Isaac. Let's get you over 1,000 subs mark." And, you know, lo and behold, we are now there. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a festival banger. It sounds like this. This is just going to be a part 1 of 2, because what I always do in my videos is I get it to a point where it sounds like it's at like sort of the 60% mark, and then all of a sudden at the end there's a fully fleshed out completed song that I put on SoundCloud, and I'm sure that some of you have thought, well, it didn't quite sound like this before, so how does he actually get it to that point? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another video after this one's been published, and I'm going to talk you through, well, now that it's in this state, which is in a pretty good state, what would I then do to sort of polish it up, get it all nicely sitting together before then uploading it, so that you guys can, you know, go and subscribe to my SoundCloud channel, which is a shameless self-plug. So yeah, without further ado, let's crack on with this video. So immediately what I want is just a nice big festival Reese bass, because they sound super dope. What should I use? What about Serum? So I actually did create a patch, Isaac Festival Reese. We'll just start on A. Do something nice and simple like this. Oh, if like a nice little sort of beat skip here. And what if it went higher? It needs to go up. Oh yeah, and then it. I think that maybe if this was like went like that as well, so it kind of followed the same thing. So it goes like low, high, low, low, high, high. A bit of juxtaposition of the notes. I'm gonna like shave some of this low end off. I'm also going to duplicate this so that we've got like the low frequency and also the high frequency. Let's do the low bass first, because then we can like start sprinkling stuff on top of it. So we're going to call this bass high, bass low. We're going to glue them together with a glue compressor. Going to shave off the low end at about sort of 36, 35 hertz. And we're just also going to put in a bit of sidechain compression on the kick. Oh, that sounds cool. All right, let's first of all put a fat rack on that to make it fat. Oh, let's put on like a vocal rack as well. That'll do for now, just so that we've got like an idea to flesh. Flesh. Someone got my Peep Show reference on a comment the other day, by the way, and I can't remember who it is. I'm going to put the name here, but well done. like, because that was niche. Let's get some let's get a little nice sort of vocal sample in there as well. Let's just see what we can find on good old Splice. What if this, when... We're actually going to duplicate this just so that we have the original. And then what we're going to do on these guys is going to join them, going to consolidate them, and then we're going to basically do that effect, which is really easy. It sounds good in virtually every genre. So what you do is you go to beats, then you click on that little arrow button, go to 8 bars or 16 bars, and then you just basically bring this down. And we've also got this other thing as well that we put together. What if this was, I think that probably needs to be A, actually. Well, nice to have loads of reverb. And there's only one tool for that, and it's Valhalla Supermassive. And there's one of my, I think my favourite one actually is this massive vocal. And I think that would be nice if it was like heavily sidechained against the kick as well, maybe. Let's give it a wee go, shall we? It almost wants to follow the vocal, actually. Tell you what I actually want instead of this is I want to take maybe like the first half of that and put it here. Oh my god, it worked first time. Oh, some sort of like boing in there would be nice. Like a boing. 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 Yep. So it literally just needs to be that long. It needs to be, I'm going to assume an A. Boing. Oh, I know I think I actually might know the perfect sound for this. That again, I have made. This is nice. This is nice. So user Isaac Psy long note, maybe. I want it to have like a load of delay on there as well. Ping pong delay, perhaps. I do think it needs a little bit more in the middle. So I'm going to put on a multi-band. I'm going to just duplicate this and just have the very highest of the high end. Yeah, I like it. I'm a big fan. I do think it needs like a little bit more Atmos, which is short for atmosphere. Again, you know, I pay for complete control. Yeah, so might as well use it. Alright, and what we can also do is we can now also do something else with this second synth group here. I really like this. Like, I set out to create some festival style D&B Hoovers. Shout out to D&B Hoovers. And that's exactly what I've done. So I'm quite happy. That's gonna get absolutely drowned in reverb. Yeah, I want it to have some nice echo in there. That bit basically. And then we can just duplicate and then just gonna cut. And this is where the echo obviously needs to go back on. Then I'm gonna put that here and just reduce the volume. Yeah, Yeah, so what we want here is we want this to rebuild, essentially. It's actually kind of giving me goosebumps a little bit with just how in love I am with this song. Let's put an EQ on here. Right, so it all sounds together. And actually this one does also need to go on the first drop. And I still think they need to be a little bit tidier. And also like this high bit here, where these get higher, it needs to be a bit lower in terms of like the volume. I'm just going to automate a utility on this bit. It doesn't need to be much. We need some like more, we need bigger impacts, and we need more swells and all that kind of thing. So I'm just going to find impacts, which is on noise, get rid of the genres. I mean, there's so many here. Right, so we've got loads that we can play with. Like I really do think they actually make the song. Little fruit flies hanging out in this room, and I don't like them. So here, for example, we're not gonna warp any of these because we want it to be a little bit loosey goosey. We're gonna put that like here. You know what I mean? That's just like a nice little fizz. I don't really like that bit, so I'm gonna get rid of it. That sounds good. And then we had this one, which sounded cool. And a little trick you can do if you can't be asked to basically find where the cut is if you just basically cut and delete, put that wherever it needs to go, which is there, like that, and then just re-extend it, which is cool. So this one needs to go here. And we got this ultra long one. And we're gonna also build this up so that it goes there. See how it's all sounding. A little more together as well. Yeah, so I think as well this can change, because now that we've got like the skeleton there, what we can do is we can then start making some very small changes just to sort of bring it to life a little bit. And one example of that we could use is on these bits, is we could make them the same length as these, because then it kind of like brings it nicely into the next bit as well. So I think probably what I'm going to do now is just create a little bit of an intro, just so that we've got something to work with. So it's really this section that we need to do some work in. So what have we got? We've got this. And I think that sounds nice with like maybe some guitar. Oh, that sounds cool. I like the beginning of those. Right, let's try that out. Oh, I know immediately which is what I go. I also want these hats. Hey there, old Tam. Right, and we had some other stuff in here, but I just seem to remember only liking the beginning of it. Oh, that sounds nice. We also need it to be in time, so that needs to be here. I really hate doing audio like this. I'm going to spend ages doing this, and it's going to be wrong. Right, let's just put in, this hat was really nice. Make it a bit lower. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, it's just give it a bit of groove. Consolidate that bad boy. And I think we need to like start bringing in the synth as well, maybe like here. I mean, it's just out of time. Yeah, so that little bit there needs to move. Consolidate that. I want like some old Western style thing. Maybe like some animal sound effects would be cool. Cinematic effects, animals. Let's go for like outdoor. That sounds cool. Sounds like my cat, not a wild cat. She is pretty wild, to be fair. Right, let's chuck that in here. Just literally just gonna completely drown it out with reverb. So we're going to put in an auto filter where this is just going to grow. So it's going to just get like more and more intense. We need like a nice big impact in there as well. I just want like a nice deep impact. Good film. Oh, we've actually got drum and bass. Right, let's try these. We've got a spare audio here. Chuck that in there, that in there. Probably turn both of them down a little bit because they're going to be super loud. I'm just going to do that little trick with the master as well, where you basically just automate the gain down ever so slightly on the drop, which is on this bit. We're going to reduce this by literally like 2, then it hits harder.